Welcome,
Oh,
everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today I'm joined by my dear friend Mab the Queen. She is a overall lovely Magic the Gathering community member and just overall good friend. I've known her for quite a few years. Oh, we've worked together in artwork. We've had many a long Discord call in the past. Mab, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us about yourself. Tell us about what you do. What are your pronouns? Various stuff like that.
sure. Hi, I'm Mab. People online know me as Mab the Queen. I use she, her pronouns. Fuck, what's going on with me? I guess I'm on a charity stream this Sunday,
Ooh,
where I'm going to be raising money for trans people, well, Trans Lifeline,
nice.
and I barely play Magic anymore, so getting me to play Magic requires a good cause.
You and
And
L are
this
the
is a
same way.
fucking good one. Yeah. Oh my God, someone in chat said hi.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
me.
hello, but Beyond the Machina.
Probably no
Are
relation.
you related to Drew?
Probably not.
Yeah. Um, I'm here today to hang out with Drew and work on some fashion design. Um, I don't do a lot of fashion design, but what I do, I said do, um, I tend to design things with a either trans femme or trans masc body in mind, because there's not enough fucking designs for people. Um, but
At
that's
least
my
for Transform, I
that's my thing.
fully understand it. Fully understand. It's just one of those things where there needs to be more good trans fashion. For trans mask, at least, so in the past year and a half, 2 years, I've gone very close to three different trans men, and all trans men are different. Not saying they aren't,
Huh?
but it's one of those things where like they kind of just wanted like Hawaiian style button ups and cool hats and a nice pair of jeans, and they were fully content with that.
Yeah, the amount of men in general that care about fashion is pretty small.
Yeah,
They exist. They certainly exist.
mm-hmm.
But um I think men might care more about fashion if there's fucking cool clothes that would appeal to them.
That's fair.
I'm designing a poncho apparently.
A poncho, interesting. But no,
I
I had a very near and dear friends with benefits slash just good friend. Our relationship kind of changed the longer we knew each other. Who's a trans man, and I've known him about midway through transitioning when he was on hormones, and then he had a hysterectomy that I helped him get through and helped him recover from, and then handful of other circumstances that were varying levels of interesting. And he's a unique character. He moved to Thailand to teach English, and is coming back to the States in a month. Less than a
oh,
month now.
poor guy.
No,
Getting back here.
yeah. Well, his boyfriend's here, and this is an adult stream. This is an adult. These are all adult things. His boyfriend is relatively well off, not rich, but well off, and um, his boyfriend and him are going to go to a hidden gay nudist camp somewhere hidden in Ohio,
Yeah.
and he's quite excited for that, and his boyfriend's quite excited for that. I got invited, but I'm like, yeah, it's not really my sort of thing. I appreciate it, but like, not really into older guys, and not really into the whole like public display thing. I'm happy you are. I'm very happy you are. I hope you have a nice time, but like, not for me.
What, Drew? You don't want to show off your banging bod?
No, not at all. I'm not that confident.
Fair.
If my buddy wanted to fool around in private,
Honestly,
if his husband wanted to maybe fool around in private, I'd be like, hey, you know what, maybe, we'll see.
yeah,
But depends on how high we get, because that's kind of my buddy and I's whole thing is he will smoke me under the table, and I'll just like kind of space out at one point, and then we'll just watch TV and have snacks for like hours. And
nice.
that's just kind of our thing. We went through a whole lot of shows, we went through a whole lot of weed, and we went through a whole lot of snacks, and many a great time was had. We last time we were watching Legion, and we probably should finish it, and we were enjoying it. And we watched.
Legion's a hell of a fucking show.
Yeah, I've seen all of season 1 multiple times. Season 2 I've seen most of. Season 3 I haven't touched. And I had watched a little bit more than half of season 2 before Julian, that's my friend, and I started watching
Mhm.
it, and then we watched up until like the second to last or third to last episode of season 2, and then he just moved, and I just didn't pick it back up. But once he comes back, after we get some movies out of the way, because there's some movies I think he'll like, um, we'll probably get back into it.
Oh yeah.
So that's cool. But I think Julian will like Hundreds of Beavers, which Hundreds of Beavers is like a little bit juvenile, whatever.
Mhm.
It's a little bit like goofy, but it's a very endearing and very funny movie.
I mean, we like funny, endearing, goofy movies.
Yeah.
That's why the Goofy movie was so popular.
Hundreds of Beavers is a little bit less like that.
I understand.
The best way I can describe Hundreds of Beavers is it's a live action, it's a slapstick movie, like an old traditional Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton slapstick type of movie,
Mhm.
but with some more modern sensibilities and like very weird effects and almost a David Lynchian sort of vibe to it, but like when David Lynch is trying to be funny, not when he's trying to be weird.
Okay.
Which
I
there's
mean,
not,
that's a whole fucking vibe.
yeah, there's not a whole lot of times where David Lynch is actively trying to be funny, but he has a sense of
No.
humor, and it does come out sometimes. So just kind of imagine that combined with old Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton movies.
I mean, honestly, that's a fucking vibe.
It's very funny. It's just weird. It's free on YouTube currently,
Nice.
and it's only like an hour and 40 minutes, so it's a pretty quick watch.
That might go on my to watch list.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact I watched it on my Discord movie night like a week ago, I'd say it just join me for the next Discord movie night and we'll watch it. But like, I try not to do repeat films too often.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also another movie I think you might like that I'd be willing to make a time to watch it with you because of how good it is. It nearly won an Academy Award this year, but it was beat by Flow. It's called Memoir of a Snail.
Memoir of a Snail.
Yeah, have you seen Mary and Max?
The one about the dog and the sheep, I want to say?
No. Mary and Max is about a little abused slash neglected Australian girl who makes a pen pal with a guy with autism in New York City.
I have not seen that.
Shit, you'd like that too.
That sounds relevant to my fucking interests.
They have a weird sense of humor and they can get pretty dark. Like, content warning, there's a suicide attempt in both movies.
Mm.
But, like, it's done in a very genuine way. It doesn't promote suicide. It shows these, like, this is like the end of the character's limits. They have told you their whole story. You have seen everything that they've gone through, and like they attempt it, and then they realize, like, oh, there's more to live for, or there's like something good happens in their life, and they decide not to go through with it, or like the attempt fails, and then like the movie continues on, and it's very honest.
Yeah, that sounds like how they handle suicide in the original Others rather than the musical remake where they kind of glorify suicide for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. And then they also both have like a very neurodivergent, awkward sense of humor, and um, they're just very honest movies, and they're stop motion, so like the animation is kind of weird and jittery.
Yeah,
And they take place in Australia. They both take place in Australia for the most part, so they have a lot of Australianisms.
sure.
So they're very unique movies. But Mary and Max, I can send you because I have a version of it somewhere. And then Memoir of a Snail, I bought on YouTube. So if you liked Mary and Max and you watched Mary and Max, I'll make time for you to watch Memoir of a Snail.
Sure. Damn, I like this outfit.
It's very like indigenous Cruella de Vil.
It's the fringe, right?
It's the fringe
And the
and the
it's
hat.
it's the fringe and it's the fucking super wide brim cowboy hat.
Yeah.
This is what I get for living out in the Southwest and having that just permeate my fucking brain.
Mm-hmm. Did Ken ever get you to play Disco Elysium?
Oh,
No. Have you ever played Disco Elysium?
nope.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say Mary and Max and Memoir of a Snail handle mental health about the same way Disco Elysium does, where like it's in a very genuine and honest way without like promoting the issues, but it's still a little bit fantastic.
Mm.
Not
Hey,
fan.
Drew.
Yes.
Uh, your audio apparently is coming through twice.
What?
I don't know. I got a Discord message saying that your audio is going through twice on Twitch.
Weird.
Yeah.
Only
Oh, only
Maps.
mine.
Hi Zoe.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you
Hey,
for the
Zoe.
follow the other day. Only Maps coming through twice. Interesting.
Yeah, because. Hmm.
Hi Bug.
Oh my God. Both of my girlfriends are in here.
Oh gee, Mab. You have two girlfriends?
Yeah, well, if you don't, skill issue.
That's fair. I can't argue with that.
Imagine not having two girlfriends.
Yeah. I'm the sort
Hi,
of
lovelies.
and I say this ironically, I don't say this insultingly. Mab has no skill issues. Mab is very talented. I agree. But I say this with irony and with coming from a place where like I can say it. Um I'm the sort of bisexual where like I want a wife someday. Just doesn't matter when, just someday. But also like a boyfriend at the same time, and just be like, this is my wife who I live with, and this is my boyfriend.
True. I
Like,
say this as your friend, game bestie.
yeah. Like David Bowie did it, Billy Joel Armstrong does it. It's like it is possible. It is a thing that can be done.
You you can have varying levels of close attachment to people. That's totally a thing.
Yeah. Also, do you want to see something really cool that someone in the Mr. Remorse server sent me
Sure.
before I get to work because I'm procrastinating working on stuff. So Walt, I'm not gonna give his full username. His name's just Walt. Sent me a care package of pacifisms and a wood ingrained version of one of my artworks that I made for him in crayon like 3 years ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
It's from Tables and Tales Gaming Tavern, which is according to Walt, has closed. But I drew him a crayon wild growth because I was doing a thing a while back where like people could pay me like $5 and I draw their favorite card in crayon while I was bored at work. And
I remember this.
I've done it a few times. It's a very like all reliable thing to do where like I pull out my crayons, I pull out my colored pencils, and like I don't draw poorly, but like I draw kind of poorly, and just chug them out.
You, you draw in your unique style.
Ah, thanks. But I got this wood carved wild growth, which is just like one of those magic trinkets that like I have no idea what to do with. It's just super freaking cool.
Yeah. Who
And
made the wood carved version? Do you know?
it says Tables and Tales Gaming Tavern. Walt
Ah, but
says
you don't know.
Walt says they closed.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm wondering who did the wood carving part.
I assume them because that's what's on the back of the wood carving.
Hmm. That makes sense.
And then Walt also sent me a handful of pacifisms, my favorite card, including one with gritty altered onto it,
Yes.
and one with a, I assume, Buddhist statue altered onto it. Like Tibetan Buddhist
That definitely.
statue.
Yeah, that definitely looks Buddhist.
And it's like such a weird but like specific collection of like pacifisms where one of them is gritty and the other one is this like very like cutely done, like not cute as in like anime, but cute as in like honest, uh, Tibetan Buddhist statue.
Honestly, hell yes.
Hell yeah, indeed. I'm gonna put them in my in my pacifism binder sooner than later. But they're on my desk right now. I'm just like, that's so freaking cool.
After we finish this call, Drew, you have to give me your address so I can mail you the bisexual quirk and the pacifism that I made you years ago. It's been just
Yes,
sitting in
ha
my
ha ha. Yes.
vault. I keep forgetting about it.
I'm gonna send you it now because I will forget.
Yeah, this is the problem, is we both keep forgetting to do stuff. Because
Yeah.
I have memory issues.
Same, bestie. Same.
I wonder if it's for the same fucking reason.
There's plausibility.
There's a decent chance that we both have PTSD.
Uh, I'd say mine's
Or a
more like
bunch of.
I'd say mine's more like severe depression combined with plausible autism combined with severe ADHD. But like, yeah, probably.
I mean, yeah. Those are also things.
I briefly checked a
Okay.
notification on Facebook and I found something that like my ex needs to see.
Whoops.
I'm sending that to them quickly, and then I'll get back to working on artwork.
Okay.
My ex has like a few genuine crushes, and then a few more like celebrity crushes, as it goes.
Yeah.
Her genuine crush is with a coworker of hers, which good for her. And like, you need to work around some like, is that appropriate for the workspace? Is it actually like mutually like felt? Just feeling things out and like handling things naturally. One of her celebrity crushes, for understandable reason, and whilst this person isn't perfect, they've done some problematic things. They've also done one really noble and one really like good thing, and the person has a lot of promise, and that's Luigi Mangione.
Let's fucking go. Who apparently also starred in a bunch of adult films.
Yes, that's the meme I just saw, so I sent it to my ex.
Oh yeah. Damn. This is somewhere between fucking like Southwest Cruella de Vil and fucking 70s Pimp,
Yes, I can see it now.
which is like a fucking vibe. The fact that it's like supposed to be purple pleather probably also adds
Yeah.
to that.
It also looks a bit like a JoJo's villain. Not anyone in specific, just like, who's the stand
It hits
user?
that it hits that style point.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about JoJo's, but I know the art's kind of queer.
Yeah.
All right. Zoe, Amanda, if you're still in chat, give me an idea for like a general theme I should do for the next piece of art. I'm doing fashion design.
Fashion. I'm working on this altar I'm going to do for a friend of mine as a late/early birthday present, depending upon how you contextualize time.
Mmm. Using a fucking nail file to sharpen my pencil. And
Nice.
it's either that or go into my bathroom and go get my eyebrow pencil nail sharpener, and these cheap little nail files are probably more disposable.
Mm-hmm.
Matrix meets Salem witch trials. All right.
That's just the craft.
This was supposed to be easy.
Oh, but there is a character in A Memoir of a Snail that reminds me of you. But like an alternate universe version of you.
Okay.
Um, I'm not going to spoil it, but I will tell you a little bit about the character. The character's name is Pinky, and she is like 80 something years old, and she has lived a very unique and wild life. And
Sure.
Pinky's a straight or implied to be straight character, so she's had straight relationships. But just the way Pinky goes about them and the way she talks about them is in a very like it's said and done in like if you were an Australian person sort of way.
Sure.
And then Pinky's just like a level of like kind and eccentric in such the best way that it's like I could see this as Mab in 30, 40 years.
I am fucking eccentric. That is for fucking sure.
Mm-hmm.
Never beating those allegations.
I don't mean that in a mean way. I hope you don't take it as a mean way, but like,
Oh, honey. Honey, no. I think my boyfriend at one point called me a magic version of a house mother. And I was like, yeah. And if that doesn't say fucking eccentric, I don't know what does.
mm,
Bustier.
like Pinky is called Pinky because she lost a pinky dancing on a bar in Barcelona, and the pinky got chopped off by a ceiling fan.
Ye fucking ha. That's a fucking wild ride.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it might be a different country, but like that's the same. It's the general ballpark.
That's the gist.
Yeah.
Hey. But gets this out of straight up fetish wear and into witchy but techy.
I wouldn't even go techie per se, because like the Matrix fashion, like the fashion design of the Matrix, isn't necessarily that like techie. It's very
No, the fashion in the Matrix is very fetish gear.
yeah, yeah, it is.
Because imagine that. Um, closeted trans girls writing a movie and uh, a style that is marketed towards trans girls is fetish gear.
I think it's funny how the Wachowski sisters made probably one of the most lesbian films of all time, and then went on to make The Matrix. Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. Oh no, your internet went out.
What? What? I'm just forgetting the name. Bound. They made Bound, and then they made The Matrix.
But I've never even heard of Bound.
Tough ex-con Corky and her lover, Violet, concoct a scheme to steal millions of stashed mob money and pin the blame on Violet's crooked boyfriend, Caesar.
Hey, this sounds really familiar.
Uh, Here's another summary. Corky, a lesbian ex-con hired to work in an apartment as a plumber, meets neighbor Caesar, who launders money for the mafia, and his girlfriend Violet. The two women have a love affair and decide to steal $2 million that Caesar has in custody before he gives them back to mafia boss Gino Marzone. Caesar is set up by the two scheming women as a scapegoat, but things start to go wrong when he reacts in an unexpected way.
Yeah, that sounds really fucking familiar.
I forgot Lana Wachowski did the screenplay for V for Vendetta. Hmm.
Yeah, I was just watching that the other day and I was like, holy shit, I forgot about this.
Yeah. Did they direct the movie too? No, the director is James McTeague, but the writers and the screenplay were the Wachowski sisters.
Yeah.
Good for them. I like the movie kind of feels like a Wachowski feature.
There's some trans allegory in there.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just wondering what's the trans allegory in Speed Racer.
Have you not met Speed Racer? Speed Racer is one of the most trans mask coded anime characters.
I mean, I get the trans girls go fast. I guess.
Oh, hello, Nightbot.
I'm explaining how X-Men has to deal with civil rights to the lady I do trivia with. Sorry.
Oh no. But that's X-Men Basics.
Yeah.
Has she not read X-Men? God loves Mink. Jesus, I'm already jealous of Etch's hips.
And like the person's like, I guess some people make that jump that like X-Men and civil rights are connected. I'm like, it's not a jump. That's context.
Xavier is literally supposed to mirror Dr. Martin Luther King.
And
And
Magneto like Malcolm X. Yeah.
yeah, like, honey. And Magneto's literally a fucking Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
Can't take civil rights out of the fucking X-Men. It's ingrained. I don't know what fucking kind of visor this is, but I like it.
Let me double check some questions.
I've been watching robot anime, which happen to be very trans allegory a lot. God, sometimes.
But yeah, my one trivia question is: what fitting, famous comic series and superhero team debuted within a few days of MLK's March on Washington? It's X-Men. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way it's not.
And then the other question I had to clarify is: the director of recent horror movies Longlegs and the Monkey is the son of which Scrabble-loving queer actor?
I don't actually know that one.
Do you know who the director is for Longlegs and the Monkey?
No.
No.
I don't watch a lot of modern movies.
That's fair. I don't think you'd like him either.
No?
Like, Longlegs is kind of stupid. It's like, it's trying to be like Silence of the Lambs, but it takes like a very like dumb approach. And like, it's just, it's directed well. It has good effects and good ideas, but the writing's kind of bad. And then
Got you.
the monkey is just like a violent B movie, more or less. I haven't seen it, but like that's kind of what I've been told.
Got you.
But they're directed by Osgood Perkins, who's the son of Anthony Perkins, who played Martin Bates or Norman Bates in Psycho.
Gotcha. Apparently, what this needed was some fucking backpack wings.
Of course. And yeah, but God Loves Man Kills is like a whole thing. But like, I'm not gonna explain the whole God Loves Man Kills graphic novel to this like 40-something-year-old like liberal lady. She's not overly liberal. She's not that political really at all. But like,
40 something woman should send a 40 something year old woman to explain that to her. Amanda, you want to volunteer?
you wanna come to Ohio, Amanda? Pike trivia.
Nobody wants to come to Ohio, Drew. God.
But yeah, I wrote 20 um, trivia questions, and I think they're pretty good. Some of them are a little bit hard or a little bit esoteric, but like not terribly hard or esoteric. Cedar Point's nice, yeah, but Cedar Point's not near me. It's like 2 hours away.
Nobody wants to go to Cedar Point.
It's the roller coaster capital of the world.
I'm aware. I watched Dropout and they talk about that a lot because they have a roller coaster fan. All right, Amanda, what do you think? Did I hit the points well?
It looks like they have underpants on their head. I know it's a visor, but it looks like it's underpants.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I'm sorry.
Let's see if we can refine that at all. Oh, I don't think we can refine it at all.
I guess
That's
Amanda.
okay.
I guess Amanda's there for the underpants on head with bat wings.
She would.
I do have a. There are a few of these trivia questions I think you'd get, but one of them I'm pretty sure you'd get in like a heartbeat just because like, it seems like the sort of thing you'd know.
Oh.
In 1993, there was a music video about a dancing B-girl. This video went on to become an MTV classic, with the B-girl also appearing on Weird Al's Bedrock Anthem. What was the song the music video was for?
Honey.
Yeah. What was
Yeah, no. I I I saw you post that in one of the discords and I was like, do I answer? Do I ruin it for all of the children? It's No Rain by Blind Lemon.
Ah,
Blind Melon.
there you go.
Blind Lemon is the person who inspired the band Blind Melon. I'm dyslexic, so that's hard to differentiate. But Blind Lemon Jefferson is who inspired that band to make music.
Neat.
I'm dating a record store girl.
Nice.
Doesn't do that anymore, but
I want to get
I
back in.
know shit.
I want to get back into collecting records because I did it for a while with my ex, and then after I got kicked out, I took most of the collection with me, other than a handful of more expensive pieces, which was a little bit of a bummer because I liked them, but whatever. And they've been in storage at my buddy's place for a year and a half, 2 years,
Yeah.
and once I move out a old but decent TV out of this office I'm in, I want to reset up that space as a record space
Yeah.
because
All right.
there's surround sound built into the walls in this office, and
Ooh, bitch.
it's older, but it's nice.
Yeah.
And
Zoe, if you're still there, do you have any prompts for me to do my next outfit? Anyway, continue, Drew.
I think if I can reset up the surround sound to the vinyl player, I think it'll be really cool.
Nice.
But
God, I kind of want this dress now.
what
Kitty.
the craft slash um, Matrix Batwing underpants headdress?
Yes.
All right.
Something about something about a tight little vinyl dress just is very fucking appealing.
I can't think of vinyl dress without thinking of Velma's outfit from Scooby Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, where like the entire outfit is just
Yes.
vinyl and leather, and it makes like farting noises whenever she moves.
Yeah. But that's okay. Someone will be into it.
And that movie, it's Seth Green.
Yeah.
Cooper wants a record player for the home. I mean,
Oh,
a decent record player is
we
not that
can do that.
a decent record player is not that expensive overall.
Yeah, it's like $60 for a decent one.
Closer to
Or
100, but still.
$40 for a cheap one.
Yeah, don't buy the cheap ones; they'll destroy your records. Like a little bit of record damage is to be expected. They're records; they're not meant to
Yeah.
be perfect. But like, if you get one of those briefcase vinyl players, the um, Victriola ones, whatever, um,
Yeah, no. I used to have an old briefcase record player from the 50s, and uh, I don't have that anymore, but that was fun.
I almost inherited one of them, but it was in bad condition, so I just opted to donate it or throw it away.
I mean, I was just listening to Warren Zevon and Billy Idol on it anyway, so I
Nice.
didn't. And Quiet Riot. I think those were the three records that I had before I started buying my own records, and then I only bought two records ever. So,
Yeah.
um, but there was something nice about having. I think I had some weird UK band called Nine Black Alps. I had one of their albums on vinyl, and uh, I had The Hand That Feeds by Nine Inch Nails.
That sounds like an album you have.
I don't anymore,
Did you give it a Ken or
but
something?
no, no. This was before I lived in New Mexico. This was back when I lived in Maine.
Okay.
Um, you may know this about me. I am not a very material girl.
Yeah.
And so I will periodically just get fucking rid of stuff.
Mhm.
Um, so a bunch of the stuff that I used to own, I don't own anymore. I I am a material girl in the fact that I fucking love to go shopping, and I love buying clothes and going thrifting, but I also like donate to the thrift store at about I'm either returning something or I am giving something that I don't use anymore. Fucking allergies.
Gesundheit.
All right. Zoe's not giving me a prompt. I'm just gonna have to start making the basis.
I'm trying to figure out how to draw this character without giving it away. Because I don't want to say the card I'm altering in case the person I'm altering it for comes in, because it's supposed to be kind of a surprise.
Uh-huh. Amanda, you're still in chat, and Zoe's not answering. If you were to have an article of clothing that would be perfectly you, what would it be?
How do I draw this
Oh.
person or this character? They have very pouty lips. But should I draw the pouty lips?
Can you switch over to your screen so I can see?
I literally just have two alters right here. That's all I'm working on. I'm not doing
Ah.
much. I'm looking at the character on my phone. Whoop. And let me see if I can zoom in on their lips without giving away who it is. I can't.
I mean, you could tell people not tell if you are this person, look the fuck away.
Yeah. Shoegaze librarian. What?
Okay, Shoegaze librarian. We'll figure out something for that.
What type of shoegaze are we talking about here? Like the music?
Yeah, she's talking the music.
The only shoegaze band I know of is like the Smiths. And that's not even shoegaze, it's like proto shoegaze.
Given slight off collars or off shoulders. We're giving a wide fucking
I'm giving this character an
open
evil smile.
collar.
I'm not drawing their pouty lips. It's for my friend Evelyn.
Oh. Looking at the amount of text there. Would it be the thing I'm thinking? The answer is probably not.
What?
There are two cards that come to mind when I think of Evelyn. And they are both fucking commander cards.
Oh, this is a commander card.
Is it one of her commanders?
Yes.
Oh.
Not like,
Interesting.
not the one she's most known for, but like, up there.
I mean, I know her for two. Why do I want to give her such big shoulder pads?
Which two do you know her for?
Humbleflower and the rat.
Oh, good. It's neither of those.
Nice. This is such a fucking 80s cut of a fucking timeline and everything's a little. Often everything out a little.
How do I make this guy's hands? Do you have regular ass hands or do you have freaky hands? You have freaky hands. Why do you have freaky hands?
Why not?
I'm not. Is this character Phyrexian? Fuck it. It's Volrath. I'm trying to draw Volrath.
Volrath is Phyrexian. Like old Phyrexian.
Volrath is such a bitch to draw.
Her mom's a bitch to draw.
Huh? A little bit, yeah.
That's because your mom's puppy girl coded.
No. Well, I don't think so.
I like that.
That's one of those things where, like, you know your parents have had sex, but the more you think about your parents having sex, usually the weirder it gets.
Unless you have an Oedipus complex.
At least, like, a really bad Oedipus complex. Like, I'll tell on myself here a little bit. I'm into redheads. Mom's a redhead. I'm into people who are, like, a little bit off kilter, a little bit strange. My mom's insane. I'll admit there's probably something there. But, like, at least I recognize it a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not terrible. It's just like a, weird. Okay, anyway.
Okay, I don't know where this outfit started. I do know where it has gone to.
Let's see what you're working on. Oh, that's nice.
It's a little bit strange. It's mostly just a jacket. Just the smallest peplum here. Which means this needs to go there and out there.
I did make a very interesting deal with, so back in like 2018, 2019, I had a friend of mine I played cards with, who I'm just going to name, I'm not going to give his full name, I'm just going to say his name's D. But D has had like a kind of a rough life and some rough relationships. But D recently got married, as well as going through some tough surgeries. But D's husband is like a furry puppy boy sex worker, which good for D and good for the partner. And I follow the partner on both of his Facebook accounts and a handful of their blue skies. And both D and his partner have like sex worker names, kinda, and they both have their regular legal names. So, whatever, cool, good for them. Whatever works out. But the problem is, the partner, who I'm just going to call S, not to give his name out, is he's been making like homemade ice cream with like some fancy blender thing he has, and they look really good. And so I made a deal with S saying, hey, um, you don't know me. Your husband does, but you don't know me. I do furry artwork occasionally. I notice you're a furry. I'm willing to make you some furry artwork, specifically like a magic-based furry artwork. I can paint it on an actual card, or I can draw it and digitalize it. Though you're not paying for the proxy, you're paying for the artwork, and you're not paying for it at all. I'd like to trade you it for ice cream, specifically Red Bull ice cream, or Red Bull sorbet, or Red Bull sherbet. Whatever one's easiest and more like tasty to make. Because I like the taste of Red Bull. I like ice cream. I want to know what they are like together.
You're such a fucking man. You like Red Bull? The taste of Red Bull?
I prefer sugar-free Red Bull because I think it tastes like bubble gum. But like regular Red Bull tastes pretty decent too. I think regular Red Bull tastes a bit too sweet because it does have a lot of sugar in it. But like it's being put into ice, it's being put into a frozen dessert, so like it's going to be a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
Whatever. Um. So um. At first, I messaged S on his like government name Facebook, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I really appreciate the offer. This sounds like a fun deal. I'd be willing to make it. Um, we can talk details and figure things out. Oh, you want to drink Monster, Bug?
This is. I'm trying to get her onto the juice.
White Monster?
No, she's on White Monster. That's e-girl water.
That's what I figured.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get her to have the kind that actually has nutrients in it.
Oh, okay.
They fucking discontinued my flavor of Monster. I love that flavor of Monster so much that I had it as the um a label or the image for a fucking Discord I have um specifically for queer locals.
Neat.
Have you ever had Monster Butterfly?
No, no.
There is not a flavor of Monster I can recommend more.
I think my
It
favorite.
is nectarine, I think. Nectarine peach. Fucking delicious.
Neat.
Got rid of it.
I liked the Moscow Mule monster a little bit. It wasn't Moscow Muley enough for me. Like I was hoping it'd have more ginger in it, but like it was close
Yeah,
enough.
we all hope that things have more gender in them.
Yes. I want them to make a ginger flavored Red Bull. I don't think they will, but I want them to. Oh, anyway, I should actually ask my interview questions. I've just been busy talking. So tell us about your artwork. What do you do? What sort of artworks have you made?
I make a lot of different weird artwork. Um, I've made proxies in the past,
Though you do not sell
for
proxies.
magic. I do not sell proxies. I don't sell much of my artwork, honestly. Most of my art is hobby based. But I also like to uh, design clothing, which then I can uh, decide if I want to try and make later when uh, I have the energy and the supplies. Uh, I'm probably not going to make this because I don't know how to sew pleather yet. I'm probably not going to make this because I've never worked with vinyl before. I think it requires more melting than sewing, and I don't have the supplies for that. But this I could make because the idea is mostly fucking tweed. But then it's a matter of finding a tweed that looks good. Um, and I also do, basic drawing and painting shit.
Cool. Trying to
Any
try.
other questions?
Yes. How did you start working on artwork?
Uh, I was a queer kid, and there are only so many opportunities to express your creativity back in the fucking 90s that wouldn't get you beat up for being a fag or being called a girl. Uh, and artwork was one of the ones that didn't get me beat up. So,
That's good.
fucking rural Maine. I do not recommend living in fucking rural Maine.
That doesn't sound good.
It's it's like rural Ohio, except slightly more liberal.
I have a friend that lives in suburban Maine. I forget their current name, but they're a writer on Blue Sky. They know Stephen King or knew Stephen King and like did stuff at his house before.
Yeah, I've been to Stephen King's house, but not inside, just the outside.
Neat.
Stephen King's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
House is cool though, and he uses his money to basically fund an entire city. So
That's good.
good use for money.
Yeah. Dave.
Yeah, I make sure that this city that uh, is failing in infrastructurally has like school buses and a functioning water tower and stuff like that.
Dave Chappelle does that for a
Honestly,
town near
kind
me, but
kind
it's
of
Dave
cool.
Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle's a piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck him, and not in the fun way.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. I'd say fuck Dave Chappelle, but that's more warmth than he's worth.
Yes.
More questions, because I can't draw right now. I need to give my hands a break.
Uh, what are some tips you have for artwork?
Tips for people that want to start doing
Yes.
artwork.
Yes. What are, or
Um,
people who are still doing artwork and just need some good advice.
want to get better
Yeah.
or expand their horizons or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Uh, don't be afraid of making bad artwork. Bad artwork is fucking wonderful, and somebody should fucking do it. And bad artwork is infinitely better than the bullshit they will push on you saying, oh, you're bad at art. Maybe you should use AI instead. Fuck no. Put your fucking pen to the paper, put your pencil to the paper, grab a fucking stylus, uh, grab a fucking needle and thread, do your fucking art. Just keep doing it. Make it bad. Eventually, it might not be bad. Listen to other people when they give you inspiration and fucking roll with it.
Hell yeah.
I say the word fuck a lot.
That's fine. It's an adult stream.
That's good. I'm an adult.
You are?
Don't tell anybody. Oh, mod. Someone get in here and ban this person.
I can't do it on my Twitch stream. I can do it on my phone.
And bot peddler.
Yeah, I get them a handful of times. At least like it, they post a message once or twice, but like they're harmless. They're just annoying.
Yeah, they're not as bad as people that would be like causing harm.
I haven't gotten any hateful messages yet.
That's good.
The worst I've gotten is a while back. I was doing a stream, I think with a small deer, maybe someone else, and we got a bunch of people joining chat wanting me to do a TF2, not TF2, a Counter Strike 2 case opening.
Huh?
Which I'm not doing because that's a whole predatory thing.
Yeah. I found a mystic remora.
Ooh, hey, I made that.
It's pretty.
I made that a while ago. That's the old version.
Yeah.
I try not to show off my new
Hey,
proxies, but I can probably send you a new version later.
I mean, I barely play Magic now, so
That's fair.
we'll see if I wind up playing more Magic when I have two Magic players living with me.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking weirdest thing, having almost all of my romance come from fucking Magic social media, and then no longer really be playing Magic.
Mm-hmm. That's Volrath so far. Let me switch to my perspective.
Sure.
It's kind of cool looking.
Honestly, dig it.
Yeah. So what makes the shoegaze librarian outfit shoegaze librarian?
No fucking idea.
Ah,
Sometimes it's just like real bass vibes.
I see. So what's one song? If what's one song you'd pick out to have like one person listen to? Like if they had to listen to a song, what's one song you suggest them listen to?
My idea of fun by Wingnut Dishwasher Union.
Good choice. From there, I thought you'd say "Transgender Dysphoria Blues" by Against Me.
I'm gonna go see Laura Jane Grace play in a couple of months, and that's
Oh,
gonna be
nice.
great. Or I guess next month.
Hell yeah. I hope it goes well.
I'm going with a couple of the queer kids.
Nice.
I do queer family dinner at my house,
Hell yeah.
which has been a really good thing.
That's good.
have like 5 or 6 young trans people that come over and uh, we share a meal together.
Hell yeah, that's really wholesome.
Yeah, I was like, I started it end of December, beginning of January. I don't remember exactly, but I was like, I need more concrete ways to like have community outside of the LGS
Yeah.
and make sure that these kids who have very fucking unsupportive families, not all of them, some of them have supportive families, but some of them have super unsupportive families or super toxic families.
Mhm.
And I was like, I want to make sure that they know that they have a family somewhere that takes care of them. And
Hell yeah.
I was like, that's fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Um, and May, Amanda and Cooper are going to be helping with that.
Nice. I'm guessing they're vegetarian dinners.
Uh, Being vegetarian myself, yes.
Okay.
Um, if someone wants to volunteer to cook and they want to make a meat option, they may. But I am not fucking cooking meat if I'm not working.
That's fair. I wasn't sure.
Um, yeah. There are vegetarian meals, and um, last week I was too sick to do it for the first time, and that felt rough.
I bet.
I've been doing it for like 3 months now,
Okay.
and every fucking Sunday. I made 4 quiches for dinner one night, and that was a fucking experiment.
Cool.
I hadn't made quiche in like over a decade since before doing that.
Yeah. I don't.
But
I
quiche
don't.
is not hard.
I don't remember the last time I've had quiche.
No?
I need to. I need to cook more than I do. And I need to eat healthier than
I
I do too.
I cook for myself once a week. This is also taking care of myself. Yes, Zoe, I know fucking quiche is expensive because it's a bunch of fucking eggs. And doing 4 full-size quiches is 36 fucking eggs.
So you eat eggs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, if I'll go down on a girl while she's on her period, there's no reason that I wouldn't eat fucking eggs.
You know what? That's totally fair. I can't blame you on that.
Same fucking thing. Not the same fucking thing,
It's just
but
one of
you
those
know.
things where like some vegetarians don't do eggs, some do.
Yes, Zoe. Amanda, no, eggs are not fucking meat. Fuck off.
Like that's one of those things where like you're getting into like the philosophy of a thing as opposed to the literal definition of a thing because like eggs are given consensually, kind of for the most part.
They don't cause harm if
Yeah,
they're harvested.
exactly. Like if you have chickens and you take care of your chickens, it's good to take the eggs so that they can make more eggs because the more eggs they lay, the happier they are.
And the less fucking issues that they have.
Yeah. So it is a good thing to take the eggs from the chickens. And as long as the eggs are not fertilized, which happens like more often than not. They're not. That's all you know of a rooster. That's just free protein.
It's free real estate.
Yeah. So like that's as ethical as you can get.
It's significantly more ethical to eat eggs than it is to consume milk.
Yeah, milk's rough.
And I still consume milk.
Yeah.
I have a rough time with it, though.
Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll give up ice cream when I'm dead.
I would rather fucking die.
You like ice cream?
I would rather fucking die than give up dairy.
Oh, that's fair.
Zoe, bees are your nemesis?
Like I'm scared of stinging insects and bees, but like I respect them.
I'm scared of your mom, but I'd still eat her.
You have to come to Ohio
This is a
first.
this is a cunnilingus joke, and this is not a cannibalism joke, just so we're clear.
You did it once already, never again. No, I don't. I never get into the details, and I never like, um, like, I never give your name. I never give the exact story. But every now and then, whenever I'm like talking with someone on a dating app, and they say, "What's the strangest fun fact about yourself?" I usually say, "How strange do you want to know?" Not in like an inappropriate way, just like, do you want like something that's like kind of strange, or do you want something that's really strange? And
You want tame or you want the real weird shit?
if they want a weird thing, I say I know two cannibals, and they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I know two people who have eaten the flesh of other people. One of which who had it in like a taco, which was like a whole thing. It was all consensual, like all like it was a whole thing, and it's online. You can look it up. The names are all always obfuscated, so people don't know your name. They can't hunt you down, and you've changed your name anyway. Um, and then the other one is a friend of mine who's a chef. He was a chef in Indiana. I think he's moved. I think he moved to Canada. But in like a kitchen accident because of how bad the place's insurance was, a person in the kitchen lost their finger, and unless the finger was absolutely unrecoverable, the guy would not be able to get insurance to pay for the injury. So for some godforsaken reason, my friend ate the finger as opposed to like putting it down at disposal.
Child.
Yeah. Now sometimes,
Can't can't really judge.
yeah, I did what he had to do, I guess. Um, Sometimes that makes the conversation much more interesting because they're like, "Huh, okay," and um, other times I never get a message back.
Sometimes they literally have to ask. If they ask, you have to fucking tell them.
I mean, I'm not gonna
I don't
lie to
know.
them. They
I don't
asked
know
for
what
the
the
weird
fuck I'm
fact.
designing anymore.
It looks like a cool
What the fuck
space
am I
ring.
designing? I don't know. I think at this point I'm just having fun with line.
Hell yeah. I'm just adding some
Maybe
extra
I'll make
effects to
this
this
into a
full ref. Oh, that'd be cool.
brooch.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I have a friend that's a jeweler, so maybe she'll take this design and something with it.
Neat.
Oh, we have another person in chat.
Yeah, hi, Kono Denoda. Thank you for joining us. You were on here a while back, and I said thank you. And you followed me 14 days ago, which I really appreciate. So I'm very thankful for that if I didn't say it already. How are you today, Kono Denoda?
Pro- Probably didn't, Drew, because you're a bad person and you
Ah!
should feel bad.
Ah! And I would give it all, my empire of dirt.
You know the trans mask version of that?
What?
I would give it all my own spinny skirt.
Now, I'm not gonna say this happens for all trans men. I don't know all trans men, but the two I've been close to, I've gone on dates with three. I've been like intimate with two. I've been really intimate with one. But the two I've been intimate with have gotten like just a very unique kind of dude rage about them. Like it's testosterone. It'll do testosterone things. But like their dude rage is both sometimes concerning and sometimes the funniest fucking thing.
When people get angry, it is sometimes very funny. I've heard you get angry before, Drew, and it was funny.
I don't remember getting angry because I try not to get angry a whole lot.
We've been friends for like half a decade now.
Has it? Damn, it really has been. I'll be damned.
Over that length of time, and like you may have even seen me get angry, and I get angry. Well, I get angry a lot now, so never mind.
I try not to get angry because like anger is one of those things where like if I'm not careful, it can lead to some really like dark places.
Yeah.
Just because of like how my emotions and such is. My anger resulted in me losing one relationship, resulted in me being arrested, resulted in a whole lot of different problems. So I try not to get angry. Frustrated, I get frustrated. Exhausted, I get exhausted. Like
I've
spiteful,
heard I've heard you snap in anger exactly once.
well,
And then you got very fucking flustered. You course corrected very quickly.
yeah, I try to. I don't like getting angry.
Yeah.
It's caused too much damage for me, so I try not to do it. That's also why I don't like do LARP any. I don't do LARP stuff because like if I get hit, I'll get angry. That's why I don't play
Yeah.
Soulsborne games because like Soulsborne games, I know will just piss me off.
Yeah. Overly frustrated. I can now experience Soulsborne games without having to deal with them because I'm just dating someone who can play them.
Nice.
And if somebody else plays it, I don't have to get frustrated at it.
I was enjoying Bloodborne. I was really enjoying Bloodborne. Um, and like that one, I
Checks
found a
out.
healthy balance with. But my ex had Bloodborne on her PS4, so and
Yeah.
I now have a PS4, but I don't have Bloodborne. And also like I kind of don't want to bring Bloodborne into my mammal's house. Like she knows I partake and enjoy violent things and horror things and gruesome things that are like not grandma appropriate. But like I
Yeah.
tried to limit it. I don't want her. I don't want to be doing something in the front room and then her taking her wiener dog out and seeing something like absolutely like grotesque on the TV.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Live on the internet, you're talking about your grandmother taking out her wiener
Yes,
dog.
yes. Her name is JoJo, the wiener dog.
Sorry, I'm making a trans grandma joke.
Yeah, I know.
I got to tell my grandfather that, or my father, that he's a grandfather now.
Good for you.
It's fun. Okay. One last drawing. Somebody in chat tell me what to do.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite card?
My favorite card?
Yeah.
Um, I really like this card that somebody gave me that said, uh, "Congratulations, you're a mom now."
Hmm, that's a good card.
Oh, but did you mean magic card?
I just meant card, but that works too.
Because if you meant magic card, then it's probably Kiki Cheeky.
Keekum Jeekum.
Yeah.
I was going to do it to surprise you, and I probably will. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but I am going to draw Kiki Jiki somewhere really cool and have him have a trans flag and do a cool thing.
Gotcha.
He's also going to be paired with Death Greeter Champion.
Ooh. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is Death Reader a twink?
I need to look at
Magic card,
I,
Death Reader.
I need to look again. Let me look. Let me apply something.
Yeah.
Uh, Death Greeter
I'm
Champion.
going to still be on the call, but I need to take a little bio break
That's fine.
because
We're going to
our
wrap it up here
lockdown
soon anyway.
does stuff.
I say Death Greeter Champion is a twink.
Thank you. No, just Death Reader.
Death Greeter. Let me see.
I think it's just Death Reader.
Oh, it is Death Greeter. I'll be damned. Um, I don't. No, it'd be more like a twunk. Anyway, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah. Punk is probably accurate.
How are you doing, chat? We're going to wrap up here soon, but I wanted to say thank you for everyone for joining us today. Let me see if anybody followed. Nobody followed us today, so thank you. And the more people who are active in chat, the more I'm closer to getting affiliate, and the more closer I'm getting to affiliate, the more likely I will to do some really fun stuff.
It would be very cool if Drew could get paid to do his artwork on stream.
Yes.
Yells from the restroom. Here we are.
Is there anything you're
I
promoting that
have
you want to
returned.
talk about?
Um, I post links in chat.
Yes, you may.
And Amanda posts links in chat for me.
Yes.
Hey, Amanda, can you do me a favor and post a link to the charity stream that's going on from going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? I will be a part of on Sunday. Your good friend Evelyn will also be in one of those pods.
Yes. Hell yeah. Don't tell Evelyn about the full wrath.
I won't.
Okay.
I
I
won't tell Evelyn shit.
I might tell her beforehand, but like we'll see. I'm inking the Volrath
Yeah.
now because I do this really cool trick where the ink gives it a really cool reflective look. I'll show you in a minute.
Fuck. Yeah. No, AutoMod stopped it.
What? Son of a bitch. Just DM me the link and I'll post it.
And send me the link real quick. I'm gonna send it to Drew. So you have Drew's information, then you can send it to Drew. But I didn't have my shit together for this.
Did I ink every part of this?
Oh, this has all the fucking information.
Perfect. I'll post it.
It's a big link tree.
Copy link, and I will try to remember to post this in the YouTube. Oh no! By the time YouTube video come out, it'll already be over.
Yeah. But this is March 7th through 9th. It is it's all to the trans lifeline. It's run through damn it, my brain is not functional right now. Um is the Sheldon Menery thing. And this is being run to honor him and raise money through for trans folks, um, for Trans Lifeline specifically, and because hate has no home in Commander.
Nice. Hell yeah. I helped do a thing for Tulare Community College's recent Trans Lifeline thing where somebody who one lucky winner will get a customized quiver from me.
Oh yeah,
If it wasn't
your
for the
quivers are fucking amazing.
thank you. If it wasn't for the fact Quiver and I already decided to do that, I'd try to offer that deal more often. But I also don't want to cause myself to be overloaded with work.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah, and those things are not cheap. I mean, the quivers are kind of cheap. They're worth the price. But my commission rate for them is not cheap.
Now,
So here's the finished Volrath altar.
honestly, fucking cool.
I need to gloss it, but that's kind of what it looks like.
I love that Commander face foil curve.
Yeah.
Brings out the shiny on the foiling when you that treatment on it though.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. I did a Karazakar the Eye Tyrant and a
Is that
Atraxa.
for Toad?
Yeah, Karazakar's for Toad. And then an Atraxa for my friend Chris.
Nice.
But anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Uh,
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're in Twitch, make sure to check out my YouTube. It's just Beyond the Machina. You can just find it by looking it up. Or you can find it in the link tree that I have on screen. Just follow that link tree and you will find my YouTube. That's where I post all my art streams. I post them every Friday at 4 p.m. This
Yeah.
this one will not be posted for like another month and a half
Because
because
Drew has to edit out all of my cursing and all of the references to fucking cannibalism.
no, these don't get edited.
I didn't think they actually did.
I need to learn how to do video editing. I haven't yet though.
It's it's both easier and harder than you would think it is.
Yeah, like I pay for the Adobe suite, which I know it's a problem. I know. But that's what I learned, and like it's really hard for me to learn other things. And like
Yeah.
usually from artwork, I get paid enough to pay for the Adobe. Usually, not always, but usually. And I do the best I can. That's one of those things where like you probably shouldn't buy paper plates, but if you have a really hard time doing dishes and it's really hard for you, you buy the paper plates.
Yeah. I mean, paper plates are better than ordering out.
Yeah. But anyway, and also thank you for the compliment, Kono Denoda. I'm glad you enjoy these. They're very fun to do. But anyway, I use the Adobe suite, so I pay for. Stuart Semple is doing an alternative. Oh, that's interesting. I might try to learn that if I'm able to. A Bodhi.
A Bodhi.
But anyway, if you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're on Twitch, make sure to follow. Promote my stuff if you're able to. That's the most we can ask for. Um, Thank you everyone for joining me. I really appreciate it. And we will talk to you all later. Bye! Also, trans rights are human rights.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.